Really? Nobody's gonna speak up. I'm the one who's gonna have to say it. All right.
All around me, I look like I'm the man. Yeah, but I was down and out like last week. Tell me, where have you been?
What the fuck is up, YouTube? It's your boy Carolina Savior, and I'm checking in once again. Y'all know the game, man. It's respect me or check me, you did. And right now, we talking about these archetypes. Now, in my opinion, archetypes were the perfect move by 2K. They just fucked it up. Now let me explain. Before you get all defensive and be like, oh, the archetypes are ass, 2K, and bring up 2K16, 2K15, and all that other bullshit. Think about it. 2K15 and 2K16 were two of the cheesiest 2Ks ever. You had my players that could do everything. Now granted, those days were fun, but it was a pain in the ass on defense. Now, I hope they bring back archetypes in 2K18, because the only thing that they fucked up on in 2K17 with these player builds, or these player models, or archetypes, whatever you want to call them, whichever you prefer. The only thing they fucked up on, when you make an archetype, they're restricted to that specific thing. Now, I know I just said I like the archetypes and all of that. Now let me explain why I say I don't like that you're restricted to that thing. I do like that you're restricted to it, but I don't like the fact that you're like, I don't know, like you're chained to this archetype. You can't really branch out of that archetype. You're just stuck in it. Now, if you look at the NBA superstars, they're not just stuck. They're not one. The superstars in the NBA are not one-dimensional. You understand? But when you make a player on 2K17, you're completely one-dimensional. Don't worry about my broke ass jumper in this video. I changed that bitch. I don't even think I'll make a shot. But yeah, anyway, that's not the point of this video. We're talking about these faggot ass archetypes that they put in 2K17. Okay. I have a 16 playmaker. Well, I have a 16.4. Same shit. Anyway. But yeah, they're basically restricted to setting people up, driving and kick. You know, so if you can shoot, you can shoot. Whatever. Sharpshooters. They're restricted to strictly shooting the ball. They're restricted to that. You can't dribble with a sharp. Well, you can dribble with a sharpshooter, but they have to be short as shit. And then once again, you're limited on defense because you're short as hell just to be able to dribble with a sharpshooter. Okay, and then you have fucking slashers. Can't shoot for shit. Restricted to slashing. You understand? Only place a slasher can shoot is in the corner. And then the person who's controlling the ball has to have dimer. They have to have corner specialists and fucking catch and shoot on fucking bronze and shit. So yeah, slasher is restricted to simply slashing. What if I don't want to dunk the ball every play? What if I don't want to lay it up every play? Okay, then you have fucking shot creators. Now a shot creator is like a bit of a mixture, if I could say, because they can shoot really well off the dribble. You have to be moving to shoot. I've never seen a player in real life who only shoots off the dribble. Like I've never seen an NBA player just take fadeaways every shot. I've never seen that. At the guard position. In the backcourt, I've never seen a guard limited to taking fadeaways every time he touches the ball. That's what a shot creator is. Okay, what's the next one? Then you have lockdown defenders. They're restricted to being in the paint on offense. On offense, a lockdown defender is restricted to being in the paint because they can't shoot for shit. Well, some of them can shoot, but once again, you have to have catch and shoot corner specialists and all that other bullshit. And like I said, with the fucking slasher, the person controlling the ball has to have fucking they have to have fucking dimer and all this other shit. So yeah, what I think 2K should do right here, they should take the jump shot creator, how do you want to say it? The jump shot creator builder, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, and they should use this model to let you pick your player. Like this, like the lower base shit could be the fucking, you pick your position, your height and weight and all that shit. This is where you do that. The first square would be that your player position, your height, and your weight. That's what this first one should be. Like point guard 6'2", 180, some shit like that, or small forward 6'8", 230. You know, shit like that, or center, you know, 7'2", and all that shit. And then this second square or second box would be your first archetype. The third box would be your second archetype, your sub archetype. And then here on this last box, this is where you would pick your percentage. This is where you would mix them. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, 2K, they have the means to like build upon this. This is not how it should look, but this is how it should look. You understand? Like the left side could be, you know, playmaker, and then the right side could be lockdown defender. You know, mix the archetypes. That's the only thing I asked him to do. So you're not limited to one thing. Most superstars do two or three things really well, like extremely well. Look at Kevin Durant. He can handle the ball and he can shoot like a motherfucker. Okay? And he's tall as shit. LeBron James, tall as shit, can handle the ball, and he's good at driving. He would be like a point forward. LeBron would be a point forward slasher. KD would be a point forward sharpshooter. You understand? Like, they're not restricted to one thing. No NBA superstar is. So yeah. And you know, who else? Anthony Davis. He would be like a stretch big glass cleaner. You know what I'm saying? And then who else? Russell Westbrook, playmaker, slasher. You know, like, let us mix these fucking archetypes. That's the only spot 2K fucked up at. Not letting us mix archetypes. Now, when you mix archetypes, that should determine the level of badges you can get for that archetype. Based on the percentage of which side which side is dominated. Like, let's say I chose to go 70% playmaker, 30% lockdown defender. Okay, I should be able to get my playmaker badges on fucking Hall of Fame, and I should be able to get my lockdown defender badges on fucking silver. Now, granted, I said they should stop at silver because, once again, my player is 70% playmaker and 30% lockdown defender. So I shouldn't be able to get those lockdown defender badges on Hall of Fame. Like I said, the percentage that you choose to mix these archetypes should, in fact, be the determining factor in what level I can get those badges on. Now, still, you can get those bronze badges just like in 2K17. You can get bronze badges to elevate your player's game. But being that you mixed archetypes, your sub archetype should be able to at least get the badge on silver. You understand what I'm saying? Now, let's say I chose to go playmaker, lockdown defender, but I mixed them at 50%. I should be able to get playmaker badges on gold, lockdown defender badges on gold. But when you mix these archetypes, I should not be able to get the max attribute cap for each archetype. You understand? It should all go back to the percentage that I mixed these archetypes. You know how playmakers, they get maxed out agility and playmaker. Okay, you wouldn't get that because you mixed it with another archetype. It would still be high, but it wouldn't be maxed out. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't be maxed out. Like a lockdown defender, they have maxed defense and fucking max strength. When I mix that with another archetype, I should not get maxed out defense or maxed out strength. I should get a good bit of that attribute cap from that archetype, but I shouldn't be able to max out the fucking the attribute caps for each archetype that I chose. Because if you do, then you cross back over into that 2K15, 2K16 demigod bullshit, where players could just do everything. No, there has to be restrictions. I understand that 2K took 2K17 into this direction because of that. People complaining about cheese. Now, a lot of the cheese balls on YouTube and all this other shit were really mad about archetypes and things of that nature because they were used to being able to exploit the game to get W's. Now, with that being said, exploits. If you take this video, for instance, and 2K would like build upon this, you could minimize exploits in the game. All they have to do is really listen to the 2K community, and they could really minimize these exploits because we tell them all of the exploits in the game. They just don't fucking listen. But when one of these My Team bitches, they bring up an exploit in My Team, that shit is fixed instantly because once again, it's all about these fucking in-game transactions. 2K is all out to get money, but if they listen to us park players, because we're part of the 2K community as well, but they don't really give a fuck about us. But yeah, I'm done rambling. Well, I wasn't really rambling. I gave y'all some good constructive criticism, 2K. So yeah, if you was fucking with me at any point during this video, hit that like button. If you new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And I'm out, coach.